Hey there, welcome to Win the Day with Back to the Bible. I'm your host, Jacob Wirka. Today I'm filling in for Nat, and we're going to explore together what it looks like to follow Jesus. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't always the most obedient child growing up. Maybe some of you can relate. I can think of several instances where it took me a while to listen to do what I was told. In particular, I can remember a time playing video games, and my sister would call downstairs that it was time to eat dinner. She would call downstairs once, twice, maybe even 3 times, but I wouldn't listen because I wanted to finish the game that I was playing. It was serious. But the second I heard my mom or dad call downstairs, it was time to go. I'd set down the controller and I'd make my way upstairs because I knew it was in my best interest to obey. In that scenario, I'd listen because I respected my parents' authority. And I knew that they weren't asking me, they were telling me. I see the same sort of interaction between Jesus and the disciples when he calls them to follow him in Matthew chapter 4. Let's look together at Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 through 22. While walking by the Sea of Galilee, he saw 2 brothers, Simon, called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, casting a net into the sea. For they were fishermen. And he said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Immediately they left their nets and followed him. And going on from there, he saw 2 other brothers, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, in the boat with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets, and he called them. Immediately they left the boat and their father and followed him. I'm always amazed by the response of James and John. In verse 20, it says they stopped what they were doing and followed Jesus immediately. Jesus calls them while they are literally in the act of fishing. We see God call people in the middle of doing something all throughout the Bible. God doesn't wait on us. Matthew was working as a tax collector at his table. Moses was tending his father-in-law's flock. Gideon was threshing the wheat, and God called them immediately. He doesn't wait on us. He calls us in his timing, and we had better be ready. Put yourselves in James and John's shoes for a moment. Fishing in this culture was a decent occupation. They were working in their family business, and they were with their dad. They dropped everything immediately to follow Jesus. This could not have been easy. But as we find all throughout the Gospels, nothing about following Jesus is easy, but it is always worth it. They go immediately and they obey the call because they respect his authority. They know Jesus' way of doing things is better. And he's got a job for them to do, to go out and to seek and save the lost. The way that they seek and draw fish into their boat. James and John here can't wait to follow Jesus, to walk alongside him and to absorb his teaching. I can't help but wonder if we have the same desire to follow Jesus and the same respect for his authority and his calling. Following Jesus is never easy, and it might require us to leave some things behind or do some things that aren't easy or even comfortable. But to be a Christian is to be a follower of Jesus. Our desire should be to go where he leads us and to obey his command.